think Mike has done a great job. I think he's really built a culture in the offensive staff room where he's getting really good thoughts and feedback from the entire staff. There's good discussions. Um, there's conflict, which I think is always good in terms of if the coordinator brings something up, people can push back. If the assistants can bring something up, the coordinator can push back. It's not just a bunch of yes men in the room, which I think is also important. And I think Mike's a guy that both him and Manny talked about in the offseason about what they want their offense and defenses to be is winning offense and defenses. And I think both would probably admit that maybe earlier in their careers they were focused on maybe leading the country in yards or points or whatever it may be, and that's really ego, not necessarily what's in the team's best interest. When those two things can go hand in hand, that's fine, but that's as a byproduct of doing what you have to do to win. And I think that was a really strong message from both of our coordinators on the retreat before the season started, which I thought was excellent. And I think, on game day, I think that's kind of my job is to help with that, like to remind on the headset from time to time, hey, Manny, they're probably in 4-down territory right now. And I think a lot of times Manny knows that, but sometimes it's a good reminder to hear it. For Mike, hey, they haven't stopped us yet in the run game. Stick with it. Don't get away with it. Don't get away from it. Or, hey, we're getting a little bit conservative. They're sitting on our routes. When next chance you get, let's take a shot. Those types of things. But I think Mike and Manny have been great. I think they've been really good complementary pieces of each other on game day, but I also think they've been very good complementary pieces of each other with our team and in front of our team, which is really important. And I think that went all the way back to training camp. Those guys working together when we'd go good on good periods against each other, and it's not always like that. I've been some places where it can be divisive. So I think that's been really important culturally, the respect that those two guys have for each other and them putting the team first in front of any ego type things that I think can hurt a lot of football teams and organizations in general.